Kenny, I know you lost 2 in a row, but before that, you won 2 straight at home. What was the difference? What did you see different from your team when you played those 2 home games and won those 2 home games?
Well, I wouldn't say it was home or away. I would just say, the style in which we played. First of all, when we turn the ball over, we're giving our opponent a chance to beat us, and we're sort of beating ourselves. 2, I think we had games where we were dominant on the glass and multiple guys were scoring. So for me, it was more about that but on the flip side of that now, playing at home, I thought our fans gave us an extra boost. The arena was electric, and they cheered these guys on, and they fought hard for the fans as well.
How do you keep these guys believing?
They don't have a choice. I mean, we have to fight. We have to come in every day, and one of the things that I talk about is win the day. And what that means is today we have to win today. So that means we come in, we fight, we practice hard, try to get better. Tomorrow we'll try to win that day. And then game day, we're going to win that day. And having that mentality, what you find is that every day is a progression to doing the things it takes to win. And then the game becomes the byproduct of that.
Thanks, Kenny.
Russ Brown, go ahead.
Hi, Kenny. I know you like to or do stay in the present, but do you or will you talk to your team about what a great opportunity they have with 4 of their last 5 games at home?
Oh, no question. And you're right. I do like to stay in the present, Russ. I think it's important that we take one game at a time because we're not the type of team with the injuries, with all the unfortunate things that have happened. We can't look ahead. So we don't know what tomorrow will bring. But we have a golden opportunity to finish this season strong, finish these last games strong, and head into the conference tournament and maybe surprise some people. And I believe, I just need them to come in every day and build momentum so that we can do that.
Do you think they will?
I'm always thinking positive. For me, I believe we win in every game, no matter what the circumstances are. And I have to believe that. I'm always going to be the person that believes that. I believe in my team. I believe in my players. I believe in the work that we do. And so I'm expecting them to go out and perform that way.
Brooks Holton, go ahead.
Hey, Kenny, good morning.
What's up, Brooks?
Hey, so as we look into the final month of the season, I'm just wondering how things are going, just in terms of your of recruiting, and just how the portal may impact that. You talked about, I'm not trying to look ahead, but just trying to get a glimpse of how things are going there.
Well, I think things are headed pretty good. Obviously the portal becomes a major piece to this, what we're doing. And so I think we have good young players, but at the end of the day, when you look at all these teams, Brooks, you see that they're doing this through the portal, and we'll be no different. We have to target guys that bring experience, that bring toughness, that have seen college basketball, and that are winning basketball players. So the portal will be vital, but also bringing in, whether it's a high school kid or whatever, the type of kid that can help us move forward in the future.
Rick Bozich, go ahead.
Yeah, Kenny, I'm sure you look at the numbers and the Pitt game. Pitt only turned it over 3 times, none in the second half. How concerning is that to you as a coach, and what can you do to change that?
Very concerning, Rick. I think that, I'm constantly practicing and talking about making every dribble hard, occupying the eyes of the offensive player, making every pass trying to get a deflection, make everything that the offense does hard, try to create turnovers. And when you see a game like Pittsburgh game where particularly Henson, who is a very, very good basketball player, exceptional scorer, can get going easy, you want him to earn everything he gets. You don't want him to play at a pace that's his pace and get in a flow playing at that pace. And that's what happened in the game. And he had a monster night because of it. I want him to, players like him, I want them to, maybe they're going to get on the spell. They're going to make shots. He's too good of a player not to make shots. But over the course of the game, I'm expecting him to be tired down the stretch, to be frustrated down the stretch, to know that every shot that I got was highly contested. It wasn't easy. I didn't do it by posting, by layups, and the threes. And he happened to do it by all three.
And real quick, what's the latest on Sky and Tyler?
We didn't practice yesterday, so today will be our first day practicing. Looking forward to seeing where they are. I hadn't got the medical report today yet, but we'll go around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'll know more then.
Jody
I know
Demling,
this
go ahead.
day to day.
Jody Demling, go ahead.
Kenny, can you just talk about what you see with Notre Dame and kind of maybe a little bit of a scouting report with what they've been doing?
But Notre Dame is a team sort of like all of us that, you know, the bottom half of this conference, they're a capable team of beating you. They play really hard. They're energetic. They can make shots. We have to play our best. But Jody, at the end of the day, it's not about Notre Dame, even though they're capable of beating us. It's about us. It's about our determination to do the things it takes to play winning basketball, not turning the ball over, rebounding the basketball, defending the basketball, and then sharing the ball on the other end and not taking bad shots. We do those things, we got a good chance of winning the game.
Thank you.
Anything else for Kenny before we let him go? Kenny, thank you. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, we'll have Jim Larinaga on from Miami here momentarily. He might actually be on here already.
I'm here.
He is on here. Good morning.
Morning.
If you've got a question for Coach L, go ahead, use the raise hand tool. For those just joining us, if you need access to record, just send me a note in the chat window. We'll start with Kip Coons. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Jim. About 3 weeks ago, I asked you about the future scheduling regarding the league play, and you were pretty adamant that you favored a return to the 18-game schedule. Well, last week, the announcement was that it was going to stay 20, and I wondered what your take on that was and whether you think right now it's a mistake.
Well, my response is I have less pull than ESPN, I guess. ESPN makes that decision. TV is what it's all about, and getting ACC games and airing 20 instead of 18 is what they wanted, and I'm sure that's the way it's going to be. Am I frustrated by that? No, you got to deal with whatever the rules are. So we'll play 20. But I do think it does impact your non-conference schedule. And I don't know if people realize how challenging it is to put a non-conference schedule together that when it comes to the NCAA tournament, the selection committee will evaluate your performance in the non-conference, even more so than what you do in your own league, and give you either credit or criticize you. And what I would like to share with the committee, I'm sure they know, is you don't have a crystal ball. You don't know who's going to be really good. And so you're scheduling these games a year or two in advance, and then all of a sudden that's not a quality opponent. You shouldn't have played them, You got to have more quad 1 and more quad 2 games. And I'll use Florida FAU as an example. We scheduled them a couple of years ago, and it was a home and home, and we were playing at their place, and we beat them by 2. And everybody said to me, "It's not a quality win."